Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. We'll officially get started in 8 minutes. Between now and then, I'm going to say hello to my friends, take a few chart requests, do an audio-visual check. Good morning, Rachel. Mal, good morning to you, my friend. Yes, I just copied and pasted that and Googled it. I thought Bon Matin... That I've heard that in Cajun French. It means good morning. I had to go look up the rest. So good morning to you, my friend. Hey, C-Bro. It's been a minute. Well, I'm glad you're here. I sure can, Hunter. Poop Coin. Good morning. Love your name. Hey, Tess. Hey, William. Skyper. Monkey. Thank you, Monkey. I appreciate it. Let's look at GRWG. Should be doing well. Cannabis name. Cannabis names are doing well under the rumor that rescheduling is imminent. We're over the daily 200 MA. Weekly uptrend. Monthly higher high. Looking for a daily higher low on a pullback. You have some gaps below now, $1.27, $1.06. You have earnings out the way. Potential 4-hour bull flag. Bulls are in charge as long as we're holding this 4-hour 12 EMA. Look at that air pocket between price and the 4-hour 12 EMA. Just shows the velocity that the bulls have with this move. So a lot of cannabis names look like this. MSOS, TCNNF, over-the-counter name. Doesn't look as good as that. Tilray. Tilray had a big move. Yeah, GRWG does stand out a little bit stronger. I'll give you that. Yeah, let's make some money. Hey, Jill, Richard, Magda, Al, good morning. BMNR. Well, good evening, good night to you, Mucktater. I'm sorry, I'm killing your name. All right. So BMNR had a $20 billion offering yesterday. They are a $7 billion market cap company. So just a reminder of that. So they are raising $20 billion. I don't know if all $20 billion is going to buy Ethereum or will part of it go to operations. We're looking for a weekly lower high, and 4-hour got overbought. Right now we have a 4-hour equilibrium. Higher high, higher low, lower high, 67.59 key support. BMNR has momentum, 54.43. There is a gap below. We have a gap down here of 39.28, just gaps to be aware of. Not all gaps have to be filled. And let's just look at the recent low from the week of August 1st to the high of $70 made on Monday. Yep, Monday. 54.83. I highlighted this yesterday on live stream. 54.83. If $70 holds as the recent high, $70 if it holds, then 54.83 keeps consolidation healthy, and that coincides, there's confluence with the gap at 54.43. So I have an alert set there. You can see it, 54.43. That means the gap would fill. Right now, bulls just need to watch this hourly 12 EMA. As long as bulls are holding that, they are in charge. Despite the $20 billion offering, BMNR continues to go up. On Ortex, which is a, let me see if I can pull it up. Ortex is, you can use the free version. It shows that BMNR short float was 61%. I'm going to pull it up right now. It's calculating it manually because we don't have current data on it through our usual sources. So BMNR, let's look at what the short float is now. Okay, now they're saying 22%. So I'm going to hover over it right here. Ortex estimated short interest of free float. So when I pull away from it, they're estimating it to be 22% right now. So that's a decent short float, not huge. So $67.59 is resistance and $70. Key support, 54.43 keeps consolidation healthy, and that's where the gap fill is. Yesterday's low, 55.62. CLSK. The miners haven't been running because Bitcoin hasn't been as strong as Ethereum. But I do like Riot and Mara this morning. They are on my Queen of the Mountain list. They're set up well for a move up. Looking at CLSK, we're looking for a weekly higher low. 4 hour, this does have the makings of a potential inverse head and shoulders here. That's kind of wonky one. You can see it there on the hourly a little bit better. We need to get through 1024 in the hourly 50 MA. Hey, Beyond Control in Montana. I'm your neighbor. That's amazing. Retired with crypto. You're late. You're late. You're late for an important date. Hey, Shake and Bake LMB. Dawn. And then we'll get started with the show. BTQQF. Is this a Bitcoin name? BTQQF. Post-quantum cryptography. So mapping? Or no, wait. Cartography is mapping. Cryptography must have something to do with crypto. Okay, we're looking for a weekly higher low. 4 hour is oversold. We lost 380 support. Over the counter name, potential hourly bear flag does not look good. Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel, that YouTube is not sending notifications for the show. I'll look into that. Netflix is running into the daily 50 MA. And then I'll get started with the show. We're right here at the daily 50 MA. A weekly low or high is more likely. 4 hour overbought. Running into the daily 50 MA, Netflix is primed for a potential top fish if the market pulls back. So you have resistance of 1232 over here. And the daily 50 MA is right there. 4 hour overbought, looking for a weekly low or high. I like Netflix for a top fish. All right. I will look at gold for sure. You got a notification? All right. Thank you. All right. Let's get started. Good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. If you want to give me a follow on X, that would be appreciated. What I do here on Wednesdays, I look at this table with you. This is a table that I generate manually, just looking at the market bullish versus bearish. Who has the edge? Bulls have the edge. NVDA was the only big tech name that was red this morning when I looked at it. Oil is still lagging, XLE. But let me say it loudly for the people in the back. There's nothing bearish about new all-time highs. Absolutely nothing bearish about new all-time highs. This is a potential bull flag right now on ES. NQ, potential bull flag. Look at this air pocket between price and the 12 EMA. That is bullish. So what bulls want to look for today on a pullback, first 5 minute oversold, how do bulls respond? On a pullback on the 5 minute, you want to see a quick 5 minute trend change. How do they respond to first 5 minute oversold? So the people that have missed this run up, you would assume that they're chomping at the bit to get in, and first 5-minute oversold represents an opportunity for them to get in. If they step away from the bid, that's telling. I did want to show you this. This has changed. This has gone up. It was 89% last week. For the September 17th meeting, there's a 96% chance now of a rate cut. That continues to creep higher. That is helping the overall market, that we're anticipating potential rate cuts. So we've been at 98, 99% the last few meetings of no change. This is the first meeting we've had in a long time where there's a probability, a high probability baked in that we'll get a rate cut. We don't know if it'll be 0.25 or 0.5, but it's baked in right now, and that's helping the markets. It also helped Asian markets overnight. Hang Seng was up 2.58%. DAX is currently up 0.8%. All right, we looked at NASDAQ. Let's look at the Russell. The Russell had this 4-hour EQ. I highlighted this high compression squeeze yesterday. It broke bull ahead of ES and NQ yesterday. That was our clue that the markets were strong. This is a risk on asset, and so is crypto. We have a weekly bull break with the Russell. Dow, we're getting over this resistance of 44615. Something that could happen today. Yesterday, we had SMH and tech leading, and YM was sideways, the Dow. Today, watch for rotation, potential Dow leadership. So we have had a master class in rotation, which is ideal. Think of a baton. The 4 meter, 1600 meter, 4-person relay where they're handing that baton off. If you had one person that had to run 1600 meters, or all 4 people had to run all 1600 meters at once, when they get to the end, they're gassed. This has been a perfect relay where this baton gets handed off to Apple. This baton gets handed off to Meta yesterday. Monday, Tesla held the baton. Is it time for XLF, for banks and healthcare to hold the baton? That's the question. 4-hour uptrend on Dow. SMH gapping up to a new all-time high. I'll say it again. There's nothing bearish about new all-time highs. Absolutely nothing. If you are looking, oh wait, there's bearish divergence. Oh wait, there's a rising wedge. You're potentially looking for confirmation bias, trying to find a reason for this market to pull back. The rotation tells me expect further upside until the music stops and there's no chairs left. Right now there's chairs left. Here's a chair, XLI. XLI is a chair. Look at this daily tightening range we have on XLI. We're gapping up now. Here's a chair. There's a chair left to rotate up. So as long as that's the case, bulls are A-okay. VIX tells us that there's not a lot of fear in this market. We are at 2025 lows. This is the lowest VIX price we've seen this year. Let's see, where is it? Right here. This is the lowest price we've seen since Christmas. So, the lowest VIX reading we've seen since Christmas. There is not a lot of fear in this market. Earnings have been going well. So we got earnings out of the way. We got a rate cut getting baked into the cake. The biggest variable left at the moment is NVDA. They have earnings Wednesday, August 27th. This is the biggest variable that's left. All right, let me get back on track. VIX, lowest reading. DAX and Hang Seng green. Bitcoin got a daily inside bar bull break. 4-hour uptrend. A daily lower high is still possible. Bitcoin is green. but lagging Ethereum. Ethereum is within 3% or right at 3% from all-time highs. .61% right now from all-time highs. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where it acts as a magnet. I wish I could make a good sucking sound. It sucks it up to that level. When you get to this close proximity of all-time high, it acts as a magnet. I'd be shocked, absolutely flabbergasted if Ethereum did not get a new all-time high in the month of August with this close proximity. Am I saying it's absolutely going to happen? No. Probabilities favor it. As long as bulls are maintaining this type of control, you don't step in front of that train. Look at that air pocket between price and that 4-hour 12 EMA. Read the room. Dollar is weak. Dollar's finally pulling back. We have a daily downtrend. Got a big upper wick on this week's candle so far. 4-hour downtrend. Gold is not bouncing as much as bulls would like. Likely money is rotating into names like crypto. The daily 50 EMA is overhead. We're looking for a daily lower high. Gold is not getting the bullish correlation you'd think you would get with this dollar pullback. Oil is weak. Double daily inside bar bear break. We lost this weekly support of 62.69. We broke it by 15 cents. Bulls are buying that dip right now. We have oil inventory today. At this moment in time, I will give bulls the benefit of the doubt and say this is a weekly double bottom. But no more chances. 62.54 has to hold. Nat gas is a dumpster fire. We have some gaps back here on nat gas. Wait, where are they now? Okay, forget that gap comment. I thought I saw gaps. Wait, right here. We filled it. Never mind. Forget the gap comment. But don't forget the dumpster fire comment. Bounces are for shorting until bulls prove otherwise. Silver is looking much stronger than oil. Daily higher low is set. Daily resistance 38,875. Is this a canary for gold to potentially follow silver? Maybe. Silver is leading for sure in this scenario. Gold is lagging below the daily 50 MA. Silver is above it. Hey, Bijan, how are you? I'm sending love back to you. It's been so long. We need a meetup. Hope you're able to come back if we have a meetup. Maybe I need to volunteer to schedule it. Sending love to you. I hope your trading's going well. All right, Apple. Apple had a big move last week. Huge move. And we've been consolidating in time versus price. In time versus price. This is a good look for bulls. I just noticed this. This looks like a potential 4-hour cup and handle. Worst drawing ever in the history of drawings, but Apple is strong. We're not gapping up, but we're opening just below yesterday's low. Let me turn these levels. Yesterday's high, excuse me. We're opening up just below yesterday's high. Amazon is weak. We do have an hourly EQ, higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. We have an hourly squeeze, and this hourly 50 MA, it's creating a headache for the bulls. Amazon bulls are looking for a daily higher low. We're right here on the daily 50 MA. We need to get a daily higher low. Amazon is very docile compared to its partners. NVDA, we had an outside bar yesterday, and that just means we're getting higher highs. That's not an ideal megaphone, but you get the picture. Outside bars create broadening formations. We have a 4-hour squeeze on NVIDIA. 4-hour 12 EMA is holding. As long as the 4-hour 12 EMA is holding on NVIDIA, I am not going to be bearish. We're slightly red compared to its counterparts, but consolidating in time versus price, this is bullish. That's a big star. It is bullish to consolidate in time versus price. Tesla is one of our big tech that has a weekly squeeze with a weekly EQ bull break. That's bullish. Tesla had a big break on Monday, and what are we doing? Consolidating in time versus price. Holding the hourly 12 EMA, Tesla is bullish. All right. AEO, here are the Queen of the Mountain trades. This is such a nice, neat 4-hour tightening range with a squeeze. Look at this daily EQ. Nice and neat. You can call it a pennant, whatever you want to call it. It's a tightening range. Pressure is building. I'm looking for a potential long on this, and we have a 1 penny gap up right now. Gap rules apply. Bulls want to hold 1264. App. I'm glad you're good, Bijan. Oh, AVGO is a beaut. She's a beaut, Clark. App had great earnings last week. We are not at all-time highs on App. We did get a weekly bull break. This could be a 4-hour bull flag. I like this squeeze on App. Tightening range. I like App long. Mara, we are below the daily 12 EMA. And we are not gapping up right now. So we have this EQ. Tightening range, and crypto has been bullish. I like Mara long. Riot has a squeeze. Riot's trying for a small gap up. Gap rules apply. As long as 1152 holds as support, it is a long signal. I hate when I put all this graffiti on the charts and go back and look at it. So Mara, Riot, App, AEO, SBET's another crypto name. We're looking for a daily high or low on SBET. We have a 4-hour squeeze, and we have an hourly high compression squeeze right now on SBET. SBET looks good for a potential long with the Ethereum correlation. And then this is a random one, Sedge. Sedge has this tightening range. We're looking for a weekly high or low. Daily is holding the 50 MA. Look at this 4-hour squeeze and this hourly squeeze. This sucker is tight. Tell me when it breaks 25.35 or if it breaks 24.30. This is a great looking setup for a day trade. I would prefer a bull break. We're over the 50 RSI, looking for a daily high or low. All right, those are all the names I'm looking at. Let's look at AVGO, and I'll get started with the live stream for TCG folks in just a bit. AVGO, beautiful, new all-time high. Gapping up, gap rules apply. As long as we hold 313.44 as support, that is a long signal. You're welcome, Jill. Jill, did you have any questions? Jill, I'll make sure I answered yours. Google, I didn't see one. Google, 20656 is all-time high. Look at this close proximity. Self-fulfilling prophecy, magnet, call it what you will. Google looks great. Meta, new all-time high yesterday, potential 4-hour bull flag. Microsoft has been holding the daily 12 EMA. It's been taking a breather while other names have picked up the baton. BMNR is going for yesterday's high right now. Microsoft looks good. Netflix, if I were looking for a short, I would be looking at Netflix if we hold 1233 resistance with this daily 50 MA overhead. But if the market's going to continue to push up, then I don't need to be looking for shorts. XLC, new all-time high yesterday and gapping up to a new all-time high. Banks were looking good this morning. I like this little curl on the daily 12 EMA, and we have a squeeze on JPM. You didn't ask? Okay. You're welcome, Skyper. Yeah, hit the like button. I'm going to wrap it up and go get ready for my live stream for members. We've been having some amazing trades live. We'll see if it brings us more trades today. We'll take what the market gives us. Thank you for being here and use stop losses.